Okay, hello out there, and welcome to everyone who is in the room today. My name is Adeolu Akinyemi, and I'm excited to share with us today. It's Money Monday, and just as our culture is, every Monday I come around and I share with us a few interesting and exciting points on how to maximize our finances and how to make use of what is going on in the market currently, um, and how to ensure that you have your eye on the money. So today I want to share a few quick thoughts in the next 20 minutes and take a few question and answer sessions as well to ensure that people that are following me get to understand what's going on and how they can benefit from what's going on. This meeting is courtesy of the Green Mondays. I share this every Monday based on that community that I belong to, basically as a way of making sure that everybody catches up with what's happening in the space, in the money space, and they're able to take advantage of the opportunities that are present and available. So let me just quickly run us through a few basic things quickly. There's a lot happening in the month of May. There are many very exciting projects that you can be a part of. But let me first of all give us the structure of our finances, the things you need to have fundamentally in mind as you build. So one, you need to understand what stage you are in your financial journey. Uh, there are 9 stages. There's a stage where you are trying to ensure that your income exceeds your expenses and that you have positive cash flow, which is being put aside into investments. There's a stage where you are basically increasing your capital because the opportunities that will allow you to become financially free are capital intensive. So you want to gain capital. And there's a stage of your financial growth where you are looking at creating more passive income so that you can enjoy more returns happening on your investments, money you can make without breaking sweat or breaking effort. You have that going on as well so that you can enjoy some level of passive income that can make you financially free. So in our financial journeys, we are there are 3 steps in each of these categories, and you are either trying to make money, you're trying to manage money, or you're trying to multiply money. And at every point in time, you are doing the three, but you are doing one more. So you're probably putting more attention on making at the early stages, putting more attention on managing in the middle stages, and putting more attention on multiplying in your last 3 stages. So these are the key parameters to define how money is. You need to know where you are so that you can know what your next step is. I tell people you cannot be guided if you are not clear about where you are going. If you get to a junction and you ask people by the side, should I turn left or should I turn right? They won't be able to give you any answer because it depends on where you're going. And if you're not clear about where you're going, every advice will be bad advice. So it's very important that we know where we are in the journey, we know where we are going. And I hope if you have been listening to me for long enough, you know that where you are going is towards financial freedom. You are going into a place where you are earning enough passive income to take care of your living expenses. So once you have outlined this journey as the journey you want to follow, the next thing you ask yourself, what are the vehicles that can take me to my destination? So now I've realized step 1 to 9, I'm in step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. I want to go all the way to step 9. I need a vehicle to take me there. This vehicle that will take me there, what vehicle will take me there? There are 5 vehicles that can take me from point A all the way to the point B called financial freedom. What are these vehicles? Yeah. What are these vehicles? Essentially, these vehicles are real estate. And let me tell you, the fact that I mentioned a vehicle doesn't mean that you can just, I want to do real estate, and then you don't know anything about it, and you generate passive income from it or make you financially free or generate capital gains from it. No, you need to pay clear attention to each of the vehicles and know how to drive them. I have people that I mentor in each of the 5 categories. I'm involved in one way or the other in each of the 5 categories. I have mentors for all the 5 categories as well. So you will do well to be guided. One is real estate. How do I enjoy this value on real estate? Real estate is a capital asset that can gain value over time. I can buy property in a place that becomes GRA and becomes premium in time, and then I can sell it for good value. I know people who bought land for as cheap as 2,500 naira about 25 years ago and are selling those same plots of land today for about 100 million naira. That's a very mad, number of excess. But that happens if you're able to buy strategically, you understand what's happening in the future, you know where the location is. It's called capital gains. Real estate can also be used for leverage. You can use it to collect loan in the bank. You can also enjoy passive income from it. You can use it to collect rent from people. Real estate is a sure bet. Number two is what I call paper investments. And these are investments that the only thing you get is a document showing you that you have made the investment. Other paper investments, you have stocks, bonds, treasury bills, and lately you have digital, not only paper assets, you have paper or digital assets, because we're moving away from paper into digital. So there are sometimes when you have access to money and it is purely electronic. And that's the realm of cryptocurrencies, the blockchain, and all the things that are happening in that space. Those are digital currencies, and you can have money in that space as well. Now, this also are not because the stock is good, you want to just go and buy any stock. You need to understand the space. You need to be guided. You can have capital gains, tremendous capital gains. I have seen projects that I've been involved in that have done as much as 20x. I've seen ones that have done 5x. I've seen ones that have done 0x. So there are x possible, and I've seen one that have done minus 1 over 100x as well. So you can see the good, the bad, and the ugly. You need to really be knowledgeable to know exactly what you're doing. You have paper investment. I invested with a VC, paper investment, or digital investment. I invested with somebody who's invested with somebody who's a paper investment as well. That's number two. Number three, you have automated business. I can build a business and allow the business to grow to a point where it self-regulates itself and is able to continue to sustain, and it can pay me dividends, it can pay me interest, it can pay me profits. I've built a business that I'm no longer working in, but that's grown. Of course, this requires, being an entrepreneur, refining your skills, failing a few times, and then succeeding. But business can generate for you this value as well. You can build it and make it automated. Number four is intellectual property. You can actually ensure that from the work of your intellect, either from books you wrote, songs you wrote, albums you waxed, creative works that you designed, software programs that you wrote, based on your intellect, you can create value as well. And there are a lot of people who are making money from value they created. Either they plug it as business or they sell it and get royalties. You can, based on something you created, either as a PhD doctor somewhere who has made some researches, you can earn value as royalty from your intellectual property. And then number five, but certainly not the least, is network marketing. I can build a network marketing team that has the capacity to ensure that as the team grows, I am earning bonuses. I can earn them for life. I can earn them for years. It can be passive income. I can grow my team aggressively and have significant capital gains. It's a good way also to build, particularly for people who don't have 50 million to start with. If you already have 50 million, 100 million like now locked up somewhere, then maybe this one is not the way for you. But network marketing can be a way for you if you're looking to grow your capital aggressively and then have enough to be able to participate in that place. If you get me so far and it's making sense to you, just type in that window 1-1. Let me know you're following me and I can progress. Now, while we have all of these channels, all of these vehicles as what can move you from point A to point B, and you want to ask me, which of these am I passionate about? If you're going to rank this for me, which one do you think I am playing in? Which one do you think I am involved in? Which one do you think is big for me? I want to tell you very quickly. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, I, by God's grace, play in all five. Okay, in all five. Okay, and I'm not saying this to brag. I didn't start out my life with a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't. Maybe I'm not cash rich, maybe asset rich, but I didn't start with a lot of money. I started like a young person, making my way through life, understanding what is required. And for me, this is my model, and I want to share this model with you. For me, my starting point was network marketing. Okay. And I think the places you can start from are not many, because if you want to start from intellectual property, who knows you? Okay. Or how solid is the value you have created and how far can it go? Okay. It's important. It's important to know all of this. So who knows you? How far can the value you have go? What value do you have to offer? So for me, I started with network marketing. And contrary to many people know, the first network marketing that I drove, and I drove well before many people got to know me, was about 12 years ago. And 12 years ago, I made I made quite a few hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's being conservative. Okay, here was I was sub 30 at the time, and about sub 30 at the time. I was driving it passionately. It was my first real, I'd done some that failed it, I tried that failed. This one I felt I had the highest assurances. I had access to talk to the founder of the company, and I felt, look, these ones are not going to go anywhere. They are committed to this process. That's what you really need. All you need to drive a network marketing to success is be assured that the people who are behind it are not going anywhere, that they want to make it work. Once I had those assurances, I went full throttle online and I drove. Now, many people don't know this, but as far back as 14 years ago, precisely, about 14 years ago, I was very, very visible online. And one of the things that made me really visible online was I took my visibility, my high visibility then, and I used it to drive an opportunity. So I started with network marketing, made quite some money from network marketing. And then from network marketing, I began to get involved in the other elements. I started getting involved in stocks. I really drove a lot of value with stocks, paper investments back in the days. I did a lot of private placements, a lot of public sales. I drove, I tried to do, I got people involved. I did sessions, seminars, 1,000 people will attend. Far back as 17, 14, 13 years ago, thousands of people will, outside Keja, I'll do sessions, seminars, basically enlightening people about the opportunities that I saw available and how they could participate. And then I did the paper investments. I said when the capital was growing via network marketing, I started getting involved with real estate. And because I'm a creative writer, I write, I write stories, I document, I speak stories, I started writing books. Okay, so intellectual property. Yeah, and automated business, I started building a business as well. I built a number of businesses, still actively building some. So if you look at me generally, I participate in a number. Now, what do I want to recommend today for somebody who's listening to me and give you as a surefire strategy to progress in this your financial journey? Number one, if you want to make it financially and have resources to be able to achieve your dream, to be able to be free enough to pursue your passions and do the things that you really want to do, okay, then what you want to do is you need to be you need to be bold. You need to not look down on any particular space. Don't say, we only get involved in real estate. We don't know what they're talking about. Okay, real estate can sink you as well. I've lost money in all the 5 categories. I've made money in all the 5 categories. And I'm saying that not to celebrate my losses, but to let you know that there's a how. There's a how to do things that allows you to be successful. And there's a how to do it wrong, there's a how to do it right. And then I have the benefit of, how to do it right and how to do it wrong. So I'm learning to do it right. So don't class yourself and say, this is what I do, this is where I function. Have an open mind and tell yourself, this is the goal I want to reach to. There are some places where I cannot go by ship because there's no waterway. There are places I cannot go by train because there's no train system. There are places I cannot go by car. The maximum I can go with is an Okada. There are places I can't go with Okada. I have to walk on my feet. If I want to get to a particular destination, I will use different vehicles at different milestones because those others are not allowed in that space. So I can't say this is the one I do. I need to be involved in all the channels that allows me to be financially free. And today I want to share this with you. Okay, and take this from me. This is red hot for me on a public holiday workers day. To all the workers out there, to all the people who want to create wealth for themselves out there, pay attention. One, okay, network marketing is a legitimate way to start. I am currently actively driving one, and I'm currently actively involved in being a structural support and background for one called the Green Mondays. The company sells and distributes a reader range of products. It's a baby brainchild of Avenues to Wealth. They are all basically rebranding to ensure that you can have access to wellness and wealth, and you can build a formidable team that will allow you to earn consistently and grow your capital in a period of 5 to 7 years into hundreds of millions of naira, into millions of dollars. Okay, it's strategic. You build gradually. You have the opportunity in a fair model to earn on your team for as much as 12 generations. It is amazing. If you don't have huge capital in the millions and you can hustle your way up to a few tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, you want to get involved with Green Mondays. One. Two, if you don't have all the capital in the world, stock market is not usually the place to start with, except you want to deal there like a trader, meaning I'm buying and I'm selling and I'm gaining value. I'm taking out my capital and I'm investing again like a seed, like a farm. I'm farming those stocks. Now, thank God today, this generation has access to what is called cryptocurrencies. So the blockchain offers a plethora of options of tokenized communities that drive different values that allow you to be able to invest as a speculator or to do dollar cost averaging for the long-term dream of being able to create wealth. You have a lot of platforms that allow you to do that. And I want to encourage you, you need to pay attention to the space. The easiest way for you to start in this journey is BitNob. From BitNob, you can learn how to buy Bitcoin. You can begin to stack your Bitcoin and basically grow your Bitcoin holdings. Because in time, the trend has shown us that it is growing, and at the top of this can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if all you have is 0.1 and one Bitcoin becomes $1,000,000, it means you have $100,000. Ladies and gentlemen, all the tokens are over 8,500. Bitcoin controls 50% of the market space. Whatever it is you are doing in the cryptocurrency space, please continue to grow your Bitcoin holdings. Okay, you heard this from me. Continue to hold your Bitcoin holdings. If you want to hold other coins in the order in which they are arranged, you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have Cardano, Polkadot, you have Tron, you have Icon, you have Solana, you have a number of these tokens that are blockchains in themselves that you can invest with. And you can participate in the DeFi's, the Aves, the Nexos, the Blockifys, the Celsiuses, the Yield, the Block Bank, and so many more coming in that space. You can participate in them as well. You can play with the exchanges, the Binance, the Huobi, the KuCoin, the Gates, a number of them coming up in that space as well. You can participate in the FXFs, the CCAIs. You can participate in all of those as well. You want to ensure that you have a portfolio mix that if you are looking at capital gains, you want to hold. The strategy for long-term wealth in the cryptocurrency space is not timing the market, it is time in the market. If it's not clear to you, there's a video I did on Friday. Go watch that video. It is not timing the market, it is time in the market. Meaning you want to say, I have been in the market for the last 5 years and I've been aggregating the Bitcoins that I've been buying, I've been gaining value over time. This is how to play. So cryptocurrencies allow you to start small. So today, for example, I had something that I put $1,000 into, and I was just told today that it has the potentials of 100x. Okay, that means that $1,000 in a year, 6 months can be worth $100,000. How do you find these gems? How do you find these opportunities? By being in the space, being knowledgeable in the space, sharing your knowledge and connecting with other people that share knowledge. By being mentored, by having somebody they are working with, you can bounce ideas off and say, I saw this, how can I participate, how can I be in this? I want to encourage everyone on this call, if you don't have BitNob app, download it. And you think, why is this always shading BitNob app? Why BitNob? Why BitNob? Because it's the easiest way for you to start, and it will be one of the ways you will regret that you didn't participate in the most, because other avenues can get your money lost in different opportunities to be pursuing up and down. This one allows you to be able to grow your reserves. Many times I get tempted when I look at my BitNob account, I get tempted to sell. Let me sell this one and go and buy another token. Let me sell and go and buy another token. But I am resisting that temptation. Okay. And with resisting temptation, I've been able to build for about $16,000 in my BitNob app. And guess what? That's just the beginning. Okay. In another 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, that can be worth $1 million. Why? Because I'm doing dollar cost averaging. I'm buying every day. I'm buying every month. I'm doing my own portfolio gradually and building over time there. I want to encourage you to do the same. You can do capital gains from here as well. Now, once you do your capital gains opportunities and you have money from some of these channels, then you want to begin to channel them into the other parts. Okay. Is there a business that you have talent for that you want to build? Do you want to join partnership with others to build business? Are there ideas you have in your mind you can write about? Are there songs you want to sing? Are there softwares you want to write? Are there partnerships that can make you have access to some intellectual property that you can get royalties from? Or do you want to get involved in real estate? Do you have enough money to begin to build? And no rush in life. The real winners are the ones who have the longest term vision. Wisdom, I tell people, is the manifestation of long-term thinking. If you're going to be wise, it's because you're thinking about the long haul. And I want to encourage you, if you're here today, please do not play with this. Okay, these are 5 vehicles. Get started with one. If you are there, you are a student, you are still in school, go and investigate network marketing. Find one where you can get support. Find a leader that you will work with, that is able to make out some time for you, is able to give you some guidance and support, or they have access to training materials on YouTube, offline, online, that you can participate in. Get plugged in and start your journey. For cryptocurrency, make sure you are listening to all the videos available online. Have someone close up that you're following that can show you the ropes and give you access to a few interesting opportunities. Invest with a VC. Okay, if you can find a VC who is putting funds into a variety of places, many of them will not collect money from you. Just the same way I find it very difficult these days because of my experiences to collect money from anybody. But guess what? I'm reviewing it, and I'm saying if I have people in this room, if I have people generally I meet who are willing to make their money be patient for 5 to 7 years. In fact, I'll say 7 years. People who are willing to be 7 years to hold and say, this money, I will not touch it for 7 years. If you are ready to do that, I can tell you that in 7 years' time, you'll be wealthy. Okay, if you put enough at the beginning of that journey. I'm actually considering, as I'm speaking to you, I've been considering for a while, actually setting up a fund of some sort as well, where I ask people to, I define a minimum, maybe a minimum of $25,000 that you want to participate with, and say, you know what, I'm happy to lock this away for 7 years. Let it be the money to take care of my children in my retirement. Let it be the money to set up my children in their old age. Let it be the funds I want to use for this. With those kind of monies, I can tell you that in 7 years, you can be sitting on something that is conservatively times 10. Okay, those opportunities exist, and you want to be able to build over the long term. So, my admonition to you today is, there are people that are in the market, they are gamblers. And who are gamblers? Gamblers are people who see different things flying across, don't do sufficient research about them, don't see the long-term possibilities behind them, just hear that this thing is pumping, it can go high tomorrow, jump into it, wait for it to go high and sell. Okay, the truth is you make some money that way. I have people that are making money that way. But the honest truth is, stupid money doesn't live on time. Okay, what does that mean? It means if you time the market and you get out high, you time the market and get out high, one day is coming very soon where you time the market and you get out low. Because the money is stupid. But if the money is smart, you want to put it in things that have the capacity to last for 5 years. We know that Bitcoin has lasted for what, 11 years? 11, 12 years. So you can put your money there. You know what the trend is. Ethereum, you know what the trend is. Binance, you know what the trend is. If you put your money in something that doesn't have the possibility of a trend, just know you're speculating and it's a short-term thing. If you have solid people behind projects, and I have regretted investing in a project and selling too early. Yeah, there's a project I invested in. If I left the money till today, probably worth over $5 million. But I sold it early. Okay, and that's what I was speculating. I was timing the market rather than time in the market. When you see solid people that you can trust, that have reputation, that have history, don't time the market with them. Spend time with them. Okay, and that's why I'm happy that you're joining me on Money Mondays for this conversation. I would like everybody who is listening to me today, either on the YouTube channel or via Zoom, pay serious attention to these things. Listen to this over and over again. Develop your own strategy. Hit me up with the comment box. Get into my inbox and say, how can I be involved in this? What are you doing with this? What do you think about this? Join the Telegram groups. We have a Telegram group for Green Monday members, which is where the most information and most opportunities are shared, called 100X GM Squad. We have a group for everybody who is not in Green Monday and they have money they want to play with. We call it the 20X group. I have a 10X group as well that allows you, I don't have money, but I want to participate as well. You can learn, you can see things, you can get information, pushed at you. We have those Telegram groups that you want to join as well. But ladies and gentlemen, identify where you are in your journey, recognize where you want to go, use the vehicles. Use the vehicles. And don't be stereotyped and say, I've done that one before, it didn't work. There's nothing like that. Everything you have done before that didn't work, you can do it again. That's the story of my life. Everything I've done before that didn't work, I found a better way to do it and do it better. Okay, and that's the way to go. Success is not an utopia without failure. Success is one more success than the failures that you had. Okay, want more success than the failures that you had. Okay, that's what success is. It's one more success than the failures that you have. Japanese says an entrepreneur is somebody who fails 7 times and gets up 8 times. That's an entrepreneur. Somebody who fails 7 times and then gets up more times than before. Okay, that's how it's done. So I'm going to share the groups with you, 10x and 20x. If you're in Green Mondays, you'll find it in the Green Mondays groups. If you're not in Green Mondays, then don't even worry about that. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell today. Don't get wrecked. Okay, to get wrecked means, I've lost money and I'm broke. Don't get wrecked. Don't gamble. Have your portfolios very clearly mapped out. Put a good portion of your portfolio in Bitcoin. My solid advice: let it grow there with time. That's the gateway to the entire space. Call me a Bitcoin maximalist, but I think that's where the most significant value will still come. These are strategies for building money. There's a lot of opportunity happening. To every week, I am seeing something or the other that is doing 30, 40, 50, 100x. Okay, the opportunities are still there. The bull market looks like it's rounding up gradually. Okay, maybe we have 3 months to go, 2 months to go, maybe not that long, maybe longer. Let's maximize the current opportunities we have and the time that we have, and recognize when what you're doing is gambling and when what you're doing is investing. So there are many shit coins: Safe Moon, Elongate, Safer Moon, and all sorts of things that people are peddling. They are not investments, they are short runs. They are opportunities to come in, do 5x, and get out. Okay, they're gambles. Okay, and those exist. Okay, but know when I am backing a project that has potentials. I've read their white paper, I've read their pitch deck, I've seen their community, I've seen what they're doing, I've seen their milestones, I've seen their commitment to deliver on their milestones. I want to do this project for the next 5 years. That's how to create phenomenal wealth. Okay, but enjoy the season. The short runs will bring their value as well. They bring their learning opportunities, maximize them, but don't be caught in the wind of playing, when you can really, really be advancing. Okay, someone's asking me a question here. Where can they get my previous videos? If you want to get my previous videos, you want to get into my channel. Let me see if I can get my channel link for you. I have a channel that you can get access to it through. Let me see if I can get that. I can get that for you. So here's my channel. For those, please go to my channel and subscribe. Okay, subscribe to the channel. It will do you a lot of good. Okay, there's no gain. I'm just sharing the knowledge I have with the hope that somebody will be blessed, and that person, might be my connection to somebody who connects with someone, who is the reason why I'll earn my first $10 million. Okay, so I don't think anything in life is free. I think when you give away of yourself, somehow, the universe organizes value back in your way. And I said the universe for the people who like the universe. I think it's God. I think God is behind the universe, and God actually makes things happen for those who make things happen for others. Like Ziegler said, if you want to be successful, just help a lot of people be successful. Those who bring sunshine to the life of others cannot hide it from themselves. If you are really, really going all out to ensure that other people's lives are beautiful, yours will be awesome as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've shared a few strategies with you and a few key thoughts with you. At this junction, I have spent the time that I plan to spend here today. Can I answer a few questions over the next 5 minutes? Please ask me, and then let's go. So I have the first question today from Chijebe Okocha. What percentage of portfolio is advisable to allocate to speculation? Okay, so if you are sitting on it and you are really, really sitting on it, paying attention to all the details and really being properly guided, I will say, split your portfolio into two. Put 50% in put 50% in the solid tokens that will grow in time. Bitcoin, I'll say you want to put 40%, 30-40% of your portfolio in Bitcoin. And then the remaining 20% of that 50%, you want to throw it into Ethereum, you want to throw it into Solana, you want to throw it into Polkadot. I like Polkadot. You want to throw it into Polkadot. You want to throw it into BNB. BNB is big for me as well. You want to throw it to BNB. You want to throw it into a few places where there's a little rumors and hype that have solid communities, solid projects. So I have like 50% for that. Then for speculating, the speculation I'll divide into a few categories as well. I'll say, future moon coins. Future moon coins this is not a flash in the pan. These are real projects with real people with real pedigree that it will take them 3 to 5 years to knock out something solid with what they're doing. I want to put 20% to 30% of my portfolio in those spaces, 20 to 30% in long-term solid projects. So I've seen some projects like that are solid. Celsius, I don't want to not have Celsius. I want to be there, okay, with Celsius. I've seen in recent times, I've seen things like Clover, Covalent. Covalent, I think, is going to be a short to mid-term solid project as well, particularly because I found it on CoinList. So anything I find on CoinList, fits the profile of what these ones are building something that will be heavy in time. Okay, not a flash in the pan, because everything that is looking exciting today in the bull market will come down once the bear market comes. Only solid projects will continue to rise throughout the bear season, and identifying them is the work of genius. So you need solid people around you who you talk with, share ideas, and say, what do you think about this one? How do you think this one is going? So for speculations, 10 to 15%. The plays, the moon coins, 10%. In fact, 10% is a lot. You want to play with those ones. So that's a rough estimate of how I'll spread it. And if you're technically savvy, if you're not technically savvy, just get a bid knob and be doing dollar cost averaging. That way, you lose nothing. In 5 years, we compare notes, you're probably doing better. Okay? So you're not very technical, just get a bid knob. Make sure your dollar cost averaging is happening on a week-by-week basis, on a day-by-day basis. Do it for the next 7 years. Trust me, in 7 years, you compare yourself with people that are timing the market, you will be better off than them. Because long time always pays, and it's a small, very interesting hack. Our goals for the year are too big. Our goals for 10 years, too small. Go for 1 year, we may not achieve, but go for 10 years, we'll surpass. And that's because we don't know how to think long term. But if you can think long term and have a plan for long term, it will always pay you better. So people that are spending time in the market are better than those who are timing the market. Somebody was sharing in one of the groups I belong to how he sold 4,000 Bitcoins in 2013 for $100 each. He sold them and made $400,000. He bought them $1 each. So from $4,000 to $400,000, he felt he had made money. But today he looks back and he wonders, why didn't he just keep 400? Okay, those 400 tokens now will have been worth, what? Anybody wants to help me with the numbers? It'll have been worth, it'll have been worth $20 million. Okay, so time in the market versus time in the market. Any questions again? Somebody says, what? Okay, yeah, I think I've answered that. Any further questions? Somebody's asking, is there a possibility of integrating Ethereum to BitNob for dollar cost averaging in the future? Yes, it's in the milestone. It's in the plan. It's in the future plan, yes. Any other questions? Okay. I can see we're excited. There are no other questions. Please go to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button. There's a bell somewhere there for notifications. Hit on the notifications. That way, whenever a video is posted, before it is shared with you, whether it's shared with you or not, you get a notification and you can go to those videos. These days, I've only been recording videos once a week on Mondays. I don't have so many videos like I would normally have, but don't worry. As soon as I have some funds locked in from so many things that I've been doing, you'll see my face more and more. Thank you very much, everybody. I was asking, how do we get access to Covalent? You just mentioned. They did their private sale in CoinList. I want to encourage everyone, if you're here today and you have some time in your hands, go to coinlist.co, join the Telegram groups, make sure, go to coinlist.co. CoinList always offers every two weeks or every week one good deal or the other. Okay, go to CoinList, fill in all their details, do your KYC. Mina is gone. Mina is good as well. If you caught Mina, that's fine. If you caught Casper, if you caught Mina, if you caught Clover, if you caught Covalent, all on CoinList, fantastic catches. Okay, but what I want to advise is go and register on CoinList so that you can always register for all the deals they bring. They usually use a queuing system. That queuing system can put you on number 250,000, in which case you won't get the deal. And sometimes it can put you on number 10, number 4,000, in which case you get the deal. I got lucky or one just once. I've gotten lucky only once, and I got a number that's like first 1,000 numbers, and I was able to take a deal of $1,000. But guess what? Register there. Who knows? Okay, and from time to time also there are white lists that happen. You want to be on the lookout for them. Some of them are authentic, some of them are scams. So you try and do your own research, judge them wisely, know what they're doing, participate in some of those things, and let's see where he takes us. Okay. In the absence of other questions, thank you very much for attending Money Mondays. I will push this online at some point. Like I said, subscribe, hit the like button, click on the notification, get your friends to do it as well. I don't think a group like this should not have thousands of subscribers. So let's pay a little bit of environmental and share with friends and tell them go like this page, go like this page. You're getting a lot of very good free stuff from here. Let's spread it with our friends. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all the efforts that we make into growing this. And guess what? When we do this, a lot more people get blessed because of you. And who knows the millionaire in dollars that you're about to create. Final question. Someone is asking me here, Adonira Mukov. Please, what happens to my automatic Bitcoin purchase on BitNob where my USD account is empty? Will it continue when I reload the wallet, or will I need to be in over again? So once your USD wallet is empty, your plan is paused. When you load it again, you can go back to your plan and resume. Okay, you want to resume. So one of the things you want to ensure if you're doing a BitNob DCA is ensure that your USD wallet is always funded. Once you see it's going low, top it up. Once you see it's going low, top it up. The real desire is that you unbank yourself. Okay, so unbank yourself. Essentially ensure that you are unbanked. You are putting most of your money in that space. Take it over the bank, put it inside BitNob, let your DCA happen from there, let your account not be empty. Once it gets empty, your plan is paused. So once you load it again, you go back and resume, and then it continues from there as well. Thank you very much, Muvuko. Okay, I think I've answered the questions. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And if you have not downloaded BitNob, do not forget, download BitNob on App Store, on Play Store. If you don't have a referral code, hit me up. Somebody should give you a referral code, the person that invited you. Okay, the referral codes allow you to earn points, allow them to earn points. And then you can try and strive to be a BitNob agent, a BitNob ambassador, because that can give you an opportunity to earn extra income as well. So thank you very much for listening to me, everyone. God bless. I'm going to